I have more energy left in me than some 25-year-olds, says Pastor Shirley Caesar. Pastor Shirley Caesar is positive that she is still in the Lord's hands. In honor of her 50 years as a solo gospel performer, Caesar today released Fill This House, her most recent full-length album in her catalog of more than 40 albums. The 11 tracks of Fill This House, which features the jazzy first single, It's All Right, It's Oak, featuring Anthony Hamilton, are full of healing ministry and a winning attitude, mostly because the singer isn't ready to retire just yet. The 77-year-old North Carolina native says over the phone, "If anybody tries to tell me that it's over for me, or I don't think she can make a comeback, honey, I strive. I try to expose them for lying. Being my best self is what I aim for. I am aware that I still have more energy than some people who are 25 years old. And now, because of social media, a 20-year-old sermon that went viral and was remixed has introduced Shirley Caesar to a new generation. View below. The First Lady of Gospel's longevity can be attributed to her mother's advice to guard her voice years ago. Caesar notes that she gets colds and sinus drainage because she is a singer. Therefore, it's critical that she takes plenty of warm liquids and rests both her body and her vocal cords. It is comparable to a piano, lead guitar, bass guitar, and guitar. You put that instrument back in a box and you protect it at the end of a concert, says Caesar. The same tasks apply to singers. You must safeguard your voice. In order to soothe her vocal cords before and after recording sessions, concerts, and ministering, she frequently drinks hot tea and warm water. She adds that drying her hair after a performance is another crucial ritual. Caesar states, "I think that the mold on your head and the bottoms of your feet are two of the main ways that you can catch a cold. So as soon as I get back to the hotel, I start drying my hair." She even always carries an extra set of clothes because she perspires profusely when performing. She claims that a cold will easily hit her if she doesn't change out of her wet clothes right away and that colds stay on her much longer than sinus congestion. "When I get off stage after a concert, my clothes are usually soaked." She says, "I have to change out of those wet clothes and put on dry clothes. I'm telling you, the next day I pay for it with colds and things of that kind," the speaker said. Caesar believes she has more music to share with the world because she has managed to stay well and keep her strong voice over the years. Her favorite song on Fill This House is Mother Emanuel, a sentimental selection honoring the lives lost in the June 2015 shooting at the Charleston, South Carolina, Emanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church. 35 years ago, Caesar accepted her first honorary doctorate at this historic church. Caesar remembers, "My mama was standing right up there with me. Therefore, even though I regret that the shooting occurred, I have some really amazing memories." The church's history extends back to the 18th century. I really adore the song Mother Emanuel because it is based on a true story. Pastor Shirley Caesar is one of the most revered and admired names in the gospel music industry. With more than 50 years of experience as a solo performer, Caesar has made enormous contributions to the genre. With over 40 albums under her belt, innumerable awards, and an unwavering spirit, she has cemented her status as the First Lady of Gospel and become a living example of the strength of purpose, faith, and perseverance. Pastor Shirley Caesar is 77 years old, and she is not about to slow down. She is actually more alive and motivated than before, prepared to carry on her ministry through music and other mediums. Her most recent record, Fill This House, serves as a potent reminder that age is only a number and that genuine passion and calling are timeless. The album, which has 11 songs with uplifting messages and healing ministry, is a testament to Caesar's unwavering dedication to both her faith and her craft. It's All Right, It's Oak, one of the album's best songs, has a soulful Anthony Hamilton and embodies the spirit of reassurance and perseverance that has defined Caesar's music for decades. She has lived by the teaching that if you hold fast to your faith, no matter what happens, everything will work out. This idea has governed Caesar throughout her life and career. It goes beyond just a poetic theme. Pastor Shirley Caesar recently talked openly about her journey, her unwavering energy, and her refusal to let her age define her. "I strive, honey, if anybody tries to tell me that it's over for me, or I don't think she can make a comeback," she said with the same kind of fervor that has elevated her to the status of gospel legend. "I try to expose them for lying. Being my best self her calling to give her health and well-being the careful attention it deserves, not just to extend her career." Caesar's perseverance and discipline over the years have allowed her to stay well and keep up her strong voice. She believes she has more music to share with the world because of this as well. Mother Emanuel, a deeply personal song dedicated to the victims of the June 2015 shooting at the Emanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church in Charleston, South Carolina, is one of the most moving tracks on Fill This House. Caesar sees the relationship with Mother Emanuel as a reflection of her own church history rather than merely a tribute. She has a special place in her heart for the 35 years ago she received her first honorary doctorate there. Recalling the day with a mix of pride and sadness, "My mama was standing right up there with me," she said. Her bond with the church has only grown stronger as a result of the tragedy that occurred there. As such, Mother Emanuel is more than just a song on her album. It's a moving tribute to a location that has special meaning for her. In the gospel music industry, Pastor Shirley Caesar has demonstrated tenacity, faith, and an unwavering commitment to her vocation. Her most recent album, Fill This House, is proof of her lasting legacy and her refusal to let age or expectations limit her as she marks more than 50 years in the business. Caesar is a living example of how true purpose has no boundaries because of her boundless energy and passion for her work. Not only is Shirley Caesar a talented musician, but her work also serves as a source of inspiration for many, as she imparts valuable life lessons in a field where many artists eventually fade away. She recognizes that her music is a ministry, a means of reaching out and influencing the lives of those who are most in need, and this is reflected in her approach to preserving her voice and general health. She has taken great care of herself out of a sense of duty to make sure she can carry on spreading her message of healing and hope throughout the world. A new generation has come to appreciate the power of Shirley Caesar's voice and message thanks to the viral comeback of a 20-year-old sermon that was remixed and shared on social media. It serves as a reminder that her impact is felt by people from all walks of life and goes well beyond the gospel community. This resurgence of interest is evidence not only of the timeless quality of her work, but also of the relevance of her message in the modern world, which emphasizes faith, resiliency, and the healing and uplifting effects of music. With the same spirit that has guided her throughout her life, Pastor Shirley Caesar looks forward. She doesn't want to sit back and enjoy her achievements from the past. Rather, she's always pushing the envelope of what's feasible, being the best version of herself, and using music to further her mission. Mother Emanuel, her favorite song from Fill This House, is a moving illustration of this dedication. It pays tribute to the past while handling the present with kindness and grace. As Caesar considers her journey, she recognizes the guidance of her mother, who instilled in her the value of speaking up for herself and looking after her health. She has been able to sustain her ministry and strong voice well into her 70s thanks to these invaluable lessons. More than anything, though, they gave her a discipline and a sense of purpose that have shaped both her life and career. Shirley Caesar's tale is one of overcoming hardship, maintaining faith in the face of difficulties, and a steadfast dedication to her purpose. She is a role model for musicians of all ages, demonstrating that true greatness is attained not only via talent, but also via perseverance, hard work, dedication, and a strong sense of purpose in one's work, while also inspiring audiences with her music. We are reminded that Pastor Shirley Caesar's journey is far from over as we honor her extraordinary career. She is ready to carry on spreading her message of healing and hope across the globe with greater vigor and passion than before. Shirley Caesar continues to be a formidable force for good, a living legend whose influence will be felt for many generations to come, whether via her music, her ministry, or her words of wisdom. Shirley Caesar is an inspiration to the world, showing what can be accomplished when one lives with passion and purpose in an age where ageism is a common topic of conversation. Her message, voice, and energy are still powerful, demonstrating that nothing is impossible for someone who is driven by faith and a desire to help others. We can only be thankful for Pastor Shirley Caesar's gift of music and inspiration, as she continues to touch our lives. She is a true icon, and her best work may still be ahead of us.